Hello, it is I with the two doggies today. We've been out in the garden most of the day. See, I'm talking to myself at the moment. Nobody else has joined me. Mind it is a bank holiday, so I expect you're all around and about. Got me ball of wool. Put it on the floor, that's the best place. Hi, Liz. Hi, Nathan. It's been a glorious day today. I've been in the garden with the doggies. And I've been in the hot tub. First time in the hot tub this year. Thought I'd brave it. Well, I nearly fell in it, but that's by the by. I really struggled to get in it, yeah. Oh, thank you. Yes, glittery, glittery. Yeah, I nearly fell in the hot tub. I'm not very glamorous when it comes to getting in the hot tub. Oh, my eyes are still running like taps. I'm still trying to make an appointment to go and get my eyes tested, yeah. Are the kids back? No, I've got the doggies. The family's gone to a rock concert to see Something Crows, is it? Counting Crows? I don't know what they're called. It's a rock concert. It's called Gone with the Wind or something daft. Anyway, that's where they've gone. They're not coming back till Monday. So I've got the Arab scarabs. And they've been keeping me company in the garden all day. Although Rosie is in the doghouse again. She has dug a great hole in the lawn. Well, they went out and they didn't tell me they'd left the conservatory door open. So I went into the kitchen after they left and made myself some breakfast. And it was only after I'd made me breakfast I happened to go into the conservatory and it's a great big hole. She is such an oh yeah. Hi, Katie. You know, why does she have to dig? And then I get blamed for it, but it wasn't technically my fault because I didn't know the conservatory door was open. Anyway, now I've put one of the little square things that belongs to the seating arrangement. I put that over the hole so she can't dig anymore. Oh gosh, honestly, you have to have eyes in the back of your head. You don't leave her a minute. It's almost like she's like, ooh, ooh, I'm on my own. Ooh, I'll go and dig. Ooh. She's a monkey. You can sit there all day, and the minute you take your eye off her for a second, you could be reading or doing something, and you look up and she's digging again. Oh, we'll have to put her in a playpen. You know that they have for babies. Stick her in a playpen. I mean, I do love the dogs outside. I don't like them cooped up in the house, you know. So, like when I'm out, you know, they're out, but I have to. Yeah, it's worse than having a toddler. You can't even go to the loo, you know. The minute you go to the loo, she digs a hole. Oh, you know, you can't keep shouting them in and shutting the patio door every time you go to the loo, can you? You know, it's all right for the family because there's two of them, yeah. One to go to the loo and one to look after their dogs, but there's only one of me. Oh, she's been a pain. No doubt I'll get it in the net when they come back. I have sent them a picture and so told them it was their fault, yeah. Oh, God. This one's been scratching her face and licking her paws. Or one paw in particular. Of course, I had to sleep with her last night because, you know, she has to sleep with somebody. She snores and she tramples all over me. It's like sleeping with a demon. I wouldn't mind if she just lie still. I mean, Buster, for all his size, used to lie at the side of me still. Gigi used to lie at the side of me still. No, this one walks all over you, all through the night. I don't know whether your Frenchie does that, Nathan, or does she sleep in a bed? This one will not sleep in a bed. Rosie will. This one, no. But they've spoiled her. They've let her do it, so I'm stuck with it now. But she did let me sleep till 8 o'clock this morning, which is more than she does for them. She's now snoring on the chair. Oh dear, it's still daylight here. It's been a gorgeous, gorgeous day. I think I've caught the sun a little bit. Bit of change from the, well, I don't put my face in the sun, but hopefully, a bit of a change from the pasty white me, yeah. I'm still doing the this one. I've done one sleeve and the back now. So I'm on a front. Oh gosh, I wish mine would. Buster always slept in a dog bed, yeah. Somebody asked me had I carried on with the sweater I tried to start last week. The answer is no, because I got this is for an order, so I needed to do this instead of my own. My own could wait. I've got plenty of sweaters. So it's not like I needed anything. I was only doing it to fill my time in. Because as you know, I am a compulsive crocheter. I really need to do it to keep myself sane, yeah. Well, that's a debatable point, isn't it, whether I am sane or not. But, it helps with my, I won't say anxiety because I'm not anxious. It helps with whatever. All I know is I feel better when I'm crocheting. That's all I can say. I can't say I've got anxiety because I really don't, yeah. I'm not on any medication or anything like that, Not that I've not had moments in my life when I have needed some medication, like going through the trauma of a separation and then a divorce. Well, even before that, really. But at the moment, I'm happy. Not in any need of any medication. Well, apart from all the obvious, the blood pressure stuff and the, what have you got? All these pills they keep saying I need, and I don't think I do. I need to scratch my back. Sorry, people, but I do. I think it was the hot tub that's giving me the itches. I did shower afterwards, but it's still giving me the itches. Oh, it's better. I think it's the chemicals in the water that make me itch. I suppose they have to put chemicals in there. Oh, hi, the word be true. Hello. How are you? I'll do a quick wave to everybody that came in. Anybody that I missed, hello, hello. Anybody. I'll have to draw the curtains soon because it'll be going dark very soon. I look very orange tonight. Must be the light. Looking a little bit orange. The sun's shining, that's what it is. I'm one of these people who is miserable when it's cold and windy and horrible. And today there was no wind. And it was gorgeously sunny. It won't last, that's the trouble. It's so windy by the blinking sea. It would be lovely if the wind would drop. But It wasn't windy at all in the garden. So I did some washing, pegged it on. Oh, oh, excuse me, that's a good start. Ain't it yawning already? I pegged it on the rotary dryer, and it was only going, it wasn't going like it does when it's windy. Oh, you live near the lake, it's all, oh God, we live, what, about 5 doors from the sea. So it is always windy. I don't know which sea it is because I'm not very good with geography. I'm sure somebody who's good at geography will tell me what sea it is. You're working in the summer. Oh. What are you doing? Or is it a trade secret? Anglesey. I can never pronounce that. Anglesey, I'll call you. Is it a trade secret what you're doing? Maybe you're an ice cream lady working in the summer. Maybe that's what it is. Oh, a spiritualist medium. Oh, I'd rather you were an ice cream lady. Yeah, more fun. Selling 99. You've been doing it for over 30. I'll let you off then. But do you sell ice cream as well? Do you have ice cream there? And ice cream. Good, good. I don't go anywhere unless they have ice cream. There's none in our freezer. I'm going to a garden party tomorrow. I'll have to leave the dogs. I don't like leaving them, but I'm determined I want to go to this. It's a housewarming stroke garden party. They've been here quite a while. I met this lovely, lovely lady. She's got MS. She's in a wheelchair. But they've been doing the bungalow up, to be suitable for her needs, yeah. And they finally finished. So they're having a housewarming stroke garden party. Spiritualist, yeah. They were, yeah. I'm not kind of au fait with that, yeah. It sounds fun. I'm hoping it is. Her husband's an Elvis impersonator, if you like Elvis. Maybe he will give us a song. So she's invited her neighbours, so they're only round the corner from me, so it might be a chance to make some new friends. You never know. Yeah. Yeah, he does it. Yeah, he does do shows, I think. Yeah. Yeah, my mum used to have things that she could say, but she couldn't do it to command, if you know what I mean. She just had feelings at certain times about certain people. Um, but I wouldn't have said she had the gift. I wouldn't have said that. Um, but she just had a knack of predicting something that used to come true. Yeah. Oh, yeah, if you've got any, I'm a firm believer in using your gifts no matter what they might be. I think everybody has a gift. What are you doing, Janet? You've put a hole where there shouldn't be a hole. I think we've all got gifts of certain kinds. I'm not saying spiritualistic gifts, but we've all got gifts, I think. We just don't use them. Yeah. People who say, oh, I can't do anything, or I can't do this, or there's nothing that I can do. I'm a firm believer that everybody's got a gift. Some people can draw, some people knit, sew, crochet, make wood things with their hands. You know, some people are gifted that way. Some people are brilliant cooks, aren't they? You know, I hate it when people say, oh, I'm going to say I have been weird all my life. And it's nothing to do with what you're talking about. I've just been a bit strange all my life, yeah. I've always marched to a different drummer than everybody else, yeah. Yeah, I got gifted, I think, with the crafty gene. I think that's what I got gifted with. I certainly didn't get the green fingered gene. My mother, oh, my mum, she could get a bit of dead twig and stick it in the ground and it would grow, yeah. Me, no. And I'm not very good with the cookery gene, yeah. Although I have been known to do cakes at one stage in my life, but I've just given that up now. But I've always been a bit on the crafty side, you know. I used to do more crafts than what I do now. I really only crochet and knit now. But, oh, I would imagine so, yeah. If they don't understand things, they do demonise, yeah. You know, I mean, I don't confess to understand. I really don't. I mean, just holding my hands up here. But I wouldn't demonise you, and I wouldn't say it's wrong. It's just when it's not your forte, like you don't always understand, do you? Yeah. Oh, you see, if you play the piano, yeah, I always envy people who can play a musical instrument. My mum did try with me. We had a piano when I was a kiddie, and I used to have lessons, but sadly, I'm not musically gifted, you know. Some people are, aren't they? Yeah. I mean, as you know, I used to go to Harmony and Health to a choir, but I can't sing. It was one of those mental health where you just go along and sing and it just releases you, whatever. Doesn't matter if you can't sing because nobody else could. It wasn't that kind of a choir, you know. But yeah, I wish I was musical. I wish I had that, you know, that talent. I envy people who can pick up a guitar or, you know, play that or, you know, even a violin or the piano. Yeah. But I'm rubbish. Can't do anything. Yeah. It's still too cold to go fishing. Oh dear. Wonder if Shad's gone fishing yet. I worry about that boy, you know. He's not been long out of hospital. I hope he doesn't get chilled when he goes as camping overnight and that. You know, he's the wrong end of the age scale to be tripping about like some kiddie, isn't he? Not being awful because I'm at that age group myself, but I wouldn't be going lying on the ground in a tent. Yeah. Kaz did drop in. Yes, she did briefly. She didn't stay that long because she was going to work, but she did pop in, yeah. She did come and say hello. You know, I messaged Trevor the other day, but I haven't had a reply back, and I don't know where I've put my phone. I don't know where I've put my phone. Hang on a minute, yeah. I hope I haven't left it outside. That's all I'm worried about. I think I brought it in. Oh, it's there. It's all right. I did bring it in. I had a feeling I might have left it outside on the chair. Yeah, I messaged Trev to see if he's all right, see if he was on, you know, back on his canal barge and see if he was okay, but I haven't had a message back from him yet. And I did message Sue, but no doubt she was in the garden. She's got a massive garden full of vegetables and fruit as well as flowers and that. So when it's a nice day, you know where she'll be out in the garden, yeah. So yeah, so I did Ugh, no, it's a dead simple pattern. I said, yeah, I still keep putting holes where I'm not supposed to. It's one of them. You're supposed to be able to do it in your sleep patterns. I can't find one of the patterns that I want to do. And I don't think it's in the shed, because I'm sure I've done it since I've crocheted it, I'm sure, since I've been here. And I can't remember what I've done with it. Oh, you sat in your car? I ain't got one of them. There's two outside, but they've gone off in the camper van. I can't drive them anymore. I'm not allowed to. A friend of mine does macrame. I tried it once, I think, but I wasn't that good with the knots. Yeah. My friend, she does it. Yeah. Oh, I lose things all the time. No, I've had the pattern. I've made it. I swear I've made it since I've been here. Maybe I put it back in the shed, but I don't think I did. But I've had a look through all the patterns I thought I had in here and I can't find it. So I need to go back in the shed and see if I can find it. Just watch if I buy another one. If I buy another one, I'll find it. Because I know I can get a PDF copy of it on Etsy. You can get anything on Etsy, can't you? Rosie's trampling about. I can hear her furry feet everywhere. Hello, my darling. Hello, my little girl. Yeah, that's... Hello, sweetheart. Oh, you're a good girl. I've got the back door open for them. It's not that cold today, so I've left it open. Just in case they need to go to use the facilities in the garden. Don't worry, she can't get to the grass. We've got two bits to the garden. We've got one bit that goes all up the side of the house, past the kitchen, the window, and it goes into the garden, but my son's put a barricade across so that we can leave the kitchen door open and she can't get to the lawn. Yes, she uses the facilities, yes. In other words, the lawn. Yes, but unfortunately she cannot be trusted because she digs holes in it. So I knew we should have had paving. Yeah. Should have had that fake grass, the kind that you wash down and hoover. We didn't fancy that though, because somebody said it gets a bit smelly if you've got doggies. Yeah. So we decided against it, yeah. What have I been doing? Oh, I've had a tooth out. Well, not a tooth, I've had a root taken out. 90 something pound I won't see again. What else have I been doing? No, not really. I've been to knit club. Been to 3 knit clubs this week. One at the library on Monday. But there isn't one this Monday because it's bank holiday. So it's on a Tuesday and I can't do a Tuesday because I look after the dogs on a Tuesday. Oh, trying to find my footrest. Yeah, my son works on a Tuesday and my daughter-in-law goes to see her grandchildren. So I have the dogs on a Tuesday. So the library, instead of being on a Monday, it's on a Tuesday this week coming, so I can't go. But I can still go to the 2 that are on the Wednesday. 2 in one day. I'm so lucky. I don't mind when it's a nice day, but it's a bit grim when it's raining. Although since I've got my new scooter, it's not rained as hard. What do they call it? Sod's law. I was getting battered by the wind and the rain before I got this scooter. And since then, the weather's improved. Yeah, the sky's red. What they say, red sky at night, shepherd's delight. Red sky in the morning, shepherd's warning. Yeah, it's pink. They do have some lovely sunsets here, I will say that. We get some people who normally take photographs. They're very photogenic people, you know. And they're always putting them on our local Facebook page, and they do get some absolutely fantastic sunsets, yeah. My son has actually got a few in his time. But I don't go out at dark. Don't go out at night. Well, I do go out at night to my knit club, but when I come back at the moment, it's daylight, which is lovely. I don't like coming back in the dark. I mean, I know my scooter's got lights on, but I feel a little bit vulnerable as if somebody's going to crash into the back of me. Because the pavements here are chronic, honestly. You've lost your charging cord. Oh dear. There's always something, isn't there? You're always losing these things, aren't we? You can never find things. Plugs for things, you know, chargers for things. You can never find them, can you, when you want them? Allegedly, like you have a special place, don't you? Allegedly, you have like a drawer. But whichever one you want is never in that drawer. I keep mine in my bedroom now. I get fed up of losing them. Tra-la-la-la-la. So are we all very happy tonight? We all happy? Tickety-boo and happy. I'm always happy when I'm on my own. Because I wait. Hi, Jill. Because I wait until I've got enough washing up to do before I do it. I leave things out, you know. What's for snack? Well, I've got my usual crisps, and I've also got some honeycomb. It's a bit like Crunchies. It's from that M&S. Got that today. Yeah, I'm always happy when I'm on my own because, oh, you're back home again, Jill. Hey, welcome home. Because, you know, when they're in, I feel like I have to tidy up after myself all the time. I'm not that messy, but I don't like having to put things away every night, tidy things away every night, yeah. You've got vegan ice cream? Oh, Jill will be after that. Oh, tell them not to bother. Not to bother. There was people in Fleetwood the weekend running up and down the main street with baseball bats chasing somebody and bopping people. They had to put a section 60 out or something, stop and search from the police. And there was also a guy riding a motorbike up the pavement. It's really not that clever. Cleveley's maybe, Lytham, Bispam, whatever, but Fleetwood, no. Cannot recommend it, sorry people. Oh, no, Fleetwood's going a bit downhill, I think. Sorry to say that. It's probably because I've moved here. I've lowered the tone. And then there was a great big hotel fire on the seafront. They have apartments above, flats, do we call them apartments? And it set on fire. So the roof's gone. So I don't know what's happening. I mean, it'd be water damage, won't it? It'll go through all the flats or all the apartments, yeah. on the seafood diet, yeah. I'm trying not to eat as much. I can't say I'm dieting because I'm not. I'm just trying to watch portion sizes rather than, what it is. I can't diet. If somebody tells me I can't have something, I want it all the more. I'm better if, I just try myself to just cut down on things. Still have the chocolate and stuff, but just cut down on it. And but I am rubbish at dieting. Rubbish, rubbish. I just feel deprived when I'm on a diet. I don't know. The minute somebody says you can't have something, it's awful, isn't it? Oh, hi, Diane. Sorry, I missed that bit then. Thank you for the thumbs up. I've only got 9. Come on, people. There's 34 of you in. Can we have a little few thumbsies, thumbsies, thumbsies? It does help, It does help. You aim to misbehave. I just cannot do a diet. I really just can't. I think it's kind of the word, isn't it, that makes you think, oh my God, I'm going to be starving hungry. When somebody says, are you on a diet? You think, I'm going to be hungry. Your body goes into that, I'm going to be hungry all day. I know I am. I know I am. Whereas if you just taught yourself into, you can have something if you feel like it, but just have something small. You can get through much better. I do that much better. But if somebody was to say, like, this is your lunch, it's a tiny little lunch and you can't have anything for hours, yeah, nah. Instagram, Nikki Harris has commented. Oops, she's probably commented on my doggy digging. Oh, I can't do the fasting. That's one thing I cannot do. I'm not supposed to anyway because I'm diabetic, so I'm supposed to eat little and often, yeah. Yeah. I like to eat a lot of fruit, but I have to be careful because you're not even supposed to eat a lot of fruit when you're diabetic, which is a bit of a bummer, isn't it, really? You would think you were being healthy, wouldn't you, eating lots of veggies and fruit? But the fruit's got sugars in it, hasn't it? So you've got to watch what you have here. Do you know I love sultanas? I don't know what you call them in the US. You call them something different. They're not raisins, because raisins are little shrivelly things. These are plump sultanas. I can sit and eat them. I mean, obviously they're really bad for me because they're loaded up with sugar. But I had some sultanas and I think my daughter-in-law chucked them out. I'm going to get some and hide them. No, they're not raisins or currants or whatever because they're shrivelly little things. Sultanas are like sort of shrunken down grapes, really. I don't know what they are, but they're very plump and they're very juicy. Raisins to me are darker and more shrivelly, yeah. I like things like that, but you're not supposed to have like dates and figs and sultanas. I can sit and eat them, but obviously sugars, I'm not supposed to eat them in. I've not had Turkish raisins. Well, maybe I have, yeah. Are they white grapes? Yeah, they're lovely though. They're really sweet. I love sultanas. And I love dates, like I say. Figs, I'm not as keen on. They're a bit more seedy, aren't they? Figs, yeah. But I do like them and I will eat them. My daughter-in-law put something on top of my salad. I took it off. I think they were pomegranate seeds. Not my cup of tea. You like dates? I love dates, yeah. Of course, when I was younger, we only ever had them at Christmas. But I think it was because, Now we import things from all over the world. With things come in, don't they, via the aeroplanes and everything. But when I was a kid, probably, we only got dates at Christmas time, I think. Yeah, yeah. I was the only kid who used to like syrup of figs. Oh, and I love prunes. Oh, God, do I love prunes, yeah. I could sit and eat them as well. I mean, you can't eat too many, can you? Because you have a disastrous effect on you if you eat too many, but I do love prunes. I must get them. I'm going to have to hide them because my daughter-in-law just chucks everything away. I'm going to get some prunes and I'm going to get some sultanas and I'm going to hide them. I like sultanas or prunes in my porridge. And I'm making porridge in the morning. Yep, I like my sultanas. I like porridge sultanas with a banana, yeah. No, I've not had the dried gooseberries. I mean, cranberries, they're tarty, aren't they? Oh, boy, are they tarty. My daughter-in-law eats blueberries, but I only like them in a blueberry muffin. I don't like them on their own. They're not sweet enough for me. They're a bit tarty. One of my favourite ice creams is rum and raisin. I mean, it's not proper rum, is it? It's just rum flavour, but rum and raisin ice cream. One of my favourites, that. But you don't see it much now. Don't think it's one of the popular. I'm not into this cookie dough stuff and fish food and stuff that, whatever. Not into that. These Ben and Jerry's, is it? Granola. I don't like anything that is too crunchy because, I'm already losing my two front teeth. £120 each to have them filled when I have them filled. I don't like anything too crunchy, like muesli and stuff. And I don't like nuts. I'm not allergic to nuts. It's not a food thing. I just do not like the taste of nuts. So anything like that, muesli and that. My dad used to call it hamster and rabbit food. Don't give me that hamster food, he used to. Mm-hmm. That's what it's like, honeycomb. Very crunchy. Well, thank you. It's one of my eBay specials, of course. Oh, God, this is crunchy. Should not do my teeth. There you go. Can't eat much of this. I'll have no teeth left. It's solid, absolutely solid. I don't think I'll be eating much of that. Hi, Lulu. Sorry, I've just put something crunchy in my mouth and I can't break it up. It's too solid. I can't chew it. I mean, I've had a tooth took out. Well, a tooth roots taken out there. So I'm a bit lacking in the tooth department. Oh, gosh, I'm not eating much of this. It's not dissolving at all. That's what I'm afraid of. I don't want to break my teeth. I'm working on this. It's lovely wool. Discontinued. I looked all over to find who made it, and I can't find out who made it. It's just called Maypole. I looked all over the label, and it just says Euro Baby. Berry cocoa. So I don't know who makes it. Back to front. Might not be back to front to you, but it's back to front to me. Oh, I'm not eating any more of that. I'm going to have no teeth. Oh my goodness. Oh, God, I didn't know it was going to be that crunchy when I bought it. Dearie me. I'll try any more, I'll need to suck it. See if I can get it to soften. What's the colour? I don't know. Berry cocoa, it says. Yeah, berry cocoa. But I don't know who makes it. It's got no brand. It says Euro Baby. That's all it says. Rocky Road. Yeah, I don't mind Rocky Road. I'm just like vanilla. But it has to be Cornish ice cream. You know, the one with the cream in it. I don't like the cheap white ice cream, yeah. But I do love rum and raisin or mint choc chip. I can't say that. Mint choc chip. Rocky Road reminds me of that ice cream I ordered a few weeks ago. You know, the one that took forever to come. I think I ordered it about 8 o'clock and it arrived about 11 or something. I tweeted on camera. Oh dear. That was Rocky Road, I think. But that was really sickly. It was too sweet. It was full of marshmallows and all sorts of stuff. I like sweet things, but not too sweet, yeah. Too sweet. No, I didn't care for it. I won't be ordering that again. No. And it was expensive. It was expensive. I was watching Jane McDonald for the second time. Um, you know, she went to Yorkshire and she went to, I think it was Scarborough. She had this great big Knickerbocker Glory, that's ice cream, thing like that. It had all raspberry syrup in it and all kinds of fruit as well as the ice cream. I used to love it. We used to get a treat. We'd either have Knickerbocker Glories when we went to Southport, me and my dad and my mum, or I would have a banana split. I love a banana split. I used to have the banana split, both things, but my daughter-in-law threw them away. I used to make banana splits, yeah. Infinite Yarn Company. I don't know what it says. I haven't got my glasses. Can't see. I cannot see. Cannot see. Cannot see. Because the lady asked me, was it machine washable? And it's got the smallest wash code in the world. Made in China for Euro yarns. Knittingfever.com. They're on Facebook. Yeah. Oh, no, that's unusual. It's got a hook size, and it tells you what the tension is for crochet. Now that's unusual. Usually they only have things on, for knitting, don't they? It's got 262 yards, 240 meters, so it's got a lot on. No, I haven't had a banana split. We never have any ice cream in this blooming house. Every time I buy ice cream, the freezer packs up or something. Oh, well, I wasn't with that. No. I thought it was going to be so good. And it was very, very expensive, and it wasn't that good, actually. It'd been better off with an ice cream cone it from the... Gosh, I'm going white. Look at that. White. Snow White there. Snow White. The rest of it's not gone Snow White, but this piece bit's out. I love my white bit. That coffee doesn't taste that nice tonight. It's getting dark. Look, girls and boys. No Chris tonight. No Chris tonight. Where's Chris? He's probably cooking and forgot all about us. I'm going to have to put the big light on. If you watch Peter Kay, the big light's going on. Oh, dear. Oh. Mm. I have to draw the curtains. I don't like all my neighbours gawking in. Ah. That's better. I need to hoover tomorrow because a certain somebody has... There, so I'm wearing today. Look, I've got glitter. A certain somebody has eaten a piece of wood all over the floor. Coffee ice cream, no. And I'm not really into chocolate ice cream either. Oh, corned beef hash, I love that, yeah. Yeah, Chris is probably cooking. He forgets when he gets cooking. He forgets what time it is, and then he comes on saying, oops, sorry. Yeah, I'm a lady in red today. I wasn't before. I was in yellow before because I had shorts on. I've got a new pair of shorts. They're quite long in the leg, actually. But they're like imitation patchwork. The patchwork's in the pattern, yeah. Oh, at the front, yeah, they can see in the front. The back garden's pretty private here, but the front garden isn't. Well, the front house is. I don't want people. I mean, my neighbours here, I don't think they'd be interested, to be quite honest. It's just, I just don't like the thought of, the big light on, and yeah. I don't mind the little light, this little light being on. But I don't want the big one on. Mm-hmm. Oh, my lady in America got her cardigan. Thank goodness. You always worry, don't you, when you post things off. Hey, Shad. Jill. Shad saying hello to you. You don't like bananas? Oh, I don't like ripe bananas. When they start to go brown. No, and soft. Nah. I only like them when they're hard and sort of almost green. Is how I eat my bananas, which is supposed to be bad for you, but can you hear the dog snoring? Oh dear. So we've got Shad, but we're still missing Chris. We've got Nathan. No Chris. And no Rick again. think he's deserted us too. Yeah, he's got Nathan. Here we are. Way for Nathan. It's growing. Are you feeling any better now, Shad? Have you fully recovered from your little jaunt into hospital? Hi, Lydia. We're talking about ice cream, would you believe? And Shad arriving. Yep. We're talking about flavours of ice cream, sultanas and stuff. You're so good you don't know what to do with yourself. Oh my goodness me. You're all tickety-boo then, are you, Shad? You're back on up to full running order. Oh dear. $6 for a small ice cream. I mean, it is expensive round here. It's because of the holiday makers, isn't it? Yeah. Well, it is round here anyway. You know, we went to Cleveland's the other day and it was absolutely rammed with tourists. You go to Fleetwood, there's nobody there. I don't like the cookie dough. I don't know why I don't like the cookie dough. You know that Ben and Jerry's, is it? Everybody raves about. Oh God, you get ticks. Yeah. When our dogs lived in Spain, well, our late dogs lived in Spain, they used to get ticks. They took them for a walk. They used to have to start. Are there any campgrounds? There's caravans or trailer parks not too far from us. Um, Not really where people live, more, summer rental, where people come for a holiday. We don't really have any. I think there's maybe one further around where people do live, yeah. But mostly they don't live here all the time. Tend to be just summer rental. You're listening in the bushes, are you, Lulu? Yeah. No, when they go on the dogs, you have to, really get a special thing to get rid of them, yeah. They get in your bloodstream, ticks, they can do all kinds of damage. You have Lyme disease. Yeah, I don't think there were deer ticks that Irene got on the dogs in Spain, but it might have been. I don't know what they are. I mean, we do have them in the UK, but fortunately not that many by the sea. Our dogs are not really, well, they do play on grass and that, but they love the sea. They love the sands and the sea, yeah. Getting more rain. Oh, you can have our rain if you want. Touch wood. We haven't had any rain for a few days now. It's been great. I hate rain. I know we need it for the garden, but I didn't, Lydia, because I've got this and another one to do um, first. The other one's mine, so it can be done any time if you know what I mean. So I will. Have I ever tried deer meat? No, I haven't. No. Oh God, Shad! I'd be wearing Wellingtons and what do you call it, them all-in-one wetsuits me. I wouldn't. If I went anywhere near the river and everything, I wouldn't be biting my legs. Well, you have to get special tweezers, don't you, I believe, to get the ticks off, because if you don't get all of the tick out, it can still, yeah. Oh, God, no. That would put me right off if I knew there was any ticks about. You wouldn't get me going fishing or anything if there was ticks. I'd tell you, I'd have waders on up to here, a wetsuit and a balaclava. Oops, split the yarn. Split the thread. Oh, oh, give over. Oh, Shaddy making me shudder. I once got a leech stuck on my leg. I felt something tickling my leg. I was wading in a stream. This leech was stuck on my leg. Ugh. Horrible thing. Yeah, leech. Ugh, horrible black leech. Do you know, I've gone shivering. Look at that. Can you see? Look, the goose pimples. Gone shivering. Oh, I don't like snakes either. When my mum had a caravan in Scotland, they had adders up there. Oh, oh, that's better. Now I've not got red on anymore. Now I'm covered in cream. Do you know, I bought this really cheap off eBay years ago and I've worn it to death. I've got a brown one as well, but this, I like the cream one. It's a bit fluffy now, but it's only acrylic. But I tell you, I paid about £5 for it, I think, years ago. I love it. It's like a Rwana. It's a really nice shape. But it's only thin, but it's surprisingly warm. Oh, we had to have all of that 1 year to. I don't know where we were going. My son and my ex-husband were really poorly with their injections, but I was fine. Oh, oh, excuse me. Blooming yawning, excuse me. Right, let me count the holes up to the armholes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 holes up to the armhole. Let's see how many holes I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, I was optimistic, wasn't I? I need 16. Bikini days, oh gosh. It's been a long time since I wore a bikini. I know they don't hurt, but it's still not nice to have it attached to your leg shad when you get out of the water. Ugh. Tsetse flies. It's been a long, long time since I wore a bikini. Manya put a swimsuit on to go into the hot tub today. I've lost so much weight, you should have seen this swimsuit. Was not flattering at all. But I am not buying a new swimsuit. I've got a few anyway, they're just all too big. But I don't care. I am not buying a new swimsuit. I am not going anywhere. Oh dear. I shall wear my too big swimsuit. My CPAP is giving me sore eyes, I swear. It's that's leaking. It's leaking air upwards, giving me sore eyes when I wake up. I need to make an appointment to get my eyes tested again. Mine helps me to a certain extent. Oh, hello, Jane. Jane came in and then retracted her message. What did he say that was wrong, Jane? I used to go to water aerobics, and there was an Asian lady that used to come. I think she was a Pakistani lady, and she used to get in the water like wearing the full leggings and the lot and everything. I mean, it was a ladies only. I know they don't show their bodies off, but it was a ladies only water aerobics. But she said there could have been guys, like the swimming attendants or whatever. I thought, well. But she came in like a dress and legging things. Talk about nothing on show, yeah. Yeah, I've had about I used to be a guinea pig for masks because my problem is um, these cheeks, my hamster cheeks. That's why I can't get a good fit on my mask, yeah. Yeah, Jane came in and then disappeared again. I don't know where she went. Come back, Jane. All is forgiven. Oh, heck, stop yawning, Janet. That's because of the dog. She kept me awake. It was nothing to do with my mask. It was little trample feet. And somebody plays the piano all over you. Your daughter-in-law's mother's passed away. All right. You're having a flare-up. Oh, dear. We will think about you, dear. We will. Can't be having you with having a flare-up, can we? Right, come on then, Nathan, with your random question then. Don't leave us all in suspense. Oh, God, it's no good talking to Rosie about digging holes in the lawn. She just goes, hey, when you tell her off, like it's a big game. Your daddy will tell her off when he comes home. I've had to put a pouffe thing over the hole to stop her digging it. Yeah, I've been looking at your photos of your doggy on Facebook, Jane. Of Christine. Do I think? Do you think that pedigree daily dentistix Our dogs have them. I don't even look at the date. I would imagine so. They don't have any ingredients that go off, do they? They're manufactured, aren't they? They're not like they're fresh or anything. I would have thought they'd have been all right. Oh, you're popping off, word be true. Bye for now. Yeah, it's only a best before, isn't it? It's not as if there's any fresh ingredients in there, Nathan. They're cooked, aren't they? Well, manufactured in some way or another. So would imagine they'd be fine. Dogs have got quite a good constitution. When do you think they eat all sorts off the ground while you're not looking? Ours is always chomping on something. She's snoring away here, little Frenchie. Not having any more of them crunchy things. Good grief. I'll have me crisps instead. Last bag of Walkers. The others are them stuff from Aldi or Lidl or something. I like me Walkers. I'm a snob. I was talking to my friend the other day. She says she's a food snob too. I'm definitely a food snob. I'm an M&S Tesco Asda girl, but not their prices. We've still not got a Chris. Where's Chris? Chris, right, Chris. Has anybody here seen Chris? And no Rick again? These are easy to eat than that crunchy stuff. Oh dear, it's really hard. I didn't think it would be that hard. It's like a rock. It doesn't usually go away, Chris. He usually forgets. He's usually cooking or something and forgets. Forgets the time, and then he comes in and says, "Oh, sorry." He seems to cook about this time. Oh, it's Memorial Day weekend, yeah. Do I like who? Oh, you mean Phil Schofield? No, I'm never that keen on him. I never really watched daytime telly anyway. That's what he was usually on. I have every day off, Lydia. Yay! Yeah. It's a bank holiday over here, but it's nothing to do with Memorial Day. You've been watching Happy Valley. I don't think I've watched Happy Valley. What is it here? It's just made bank holiday. I don't know what. It's just a bank holiday. It's not like a Memorial Day or anything, because we celebrate, like whatever in November sometime. When we remember our fallen soldiers and everything, sometime in November with us. I don't know whether we get. I mean, Nathan will know whether we get Happy Valley over here. Oh, I know what Happy Valley is now. Yeah, I never got to watch it, and it was about halfway through. I never got to watch it on the catch up. Yeah, it's British. Yeah. That's a little one snoring if you can hear it. Yeah. Some of our dramas are really good. I mean, some of them. I'm not saying all of them, but some of them are really good. Midsummer Murder starts again tomorrow, new series. Woohoo! And then they're filming a new series of Vera. Well, he had to admit to it all, didn't he? Because that bloke was going to come out in the papers and tell it all, wasn't he? Oh, Joan Hickson was very good, wasn't she, as Miss Marple? The only one I didn't like was, what's she called? Julia somebody. The last Miss Marple. She didn't seem old enough to be Miss Marple. I like my Miss Marples to be quite elderly and doddery. The first Miss Marple I ever saw was Margaret Rutherford. She was in a film. Hi, Ethan. Oh, you're going already, Jane. Hope you don't feel too bad. Did I go to... Do you know my eyes are playing up? I can't see. Knit clubs. Yeah, I went to 3 of them this week. I went to one on the Monday and 2 on the Wednesday. But I can't go to this one because there isn't one on Monday because it's bank holiday. So there isn't one on Monday. I can't go Tuesday because I'm looking after the doggies. They have it on a Tuesday instead of a Monday when it's a bank holiday. But I can't go, can I? Oh, that's where it is. I was looking for my glass. Hi, Cass. Oh, excuse me. You're going to bed already, are you? We've got no Chris tonight. What have you done with him, Kaz? What have you done with our Chris? Oh, God, my eyes are going. No more Stitches West. That crochet exclamation mark magazine's gone bust as well. No more of them. It was a digital magazine. I used to get it. It was good. It was crochet exclamation. I just got a letter off them saying that there's going to be no more of them. It's a really good magazine as well. No, Stitches West wouldn't affect me because obviously it's in America, isn't it? So. Well, it's like over here. We used to have, is it Yarndale that used to be over in Cockermouth and that? No more of that. That's stopped. There used to be one in Edinburgh, and that's stopped. I suppose it's just the amount of money it costs to run the venue now. Oh, thank you, Kaz. Yeah, it must be very hard if you paid a lot of money out and you know it's not going to be there. The money must have gone somewhere. Yeah, I always think that when places go bankrupt and they owe people money, the money's gone somewhere. Where has it gone? Somebody's had it, haven't they? Oh, thank you, Kaz. I'm glad somebody watches them. Firms go bankrupt all the time, and the directors always seem to come out of it smelling of roses, don't they? Hi, Munchkin. Hi, Magali. Not very nice, is it? Yeah, the thumbs up button, people. I do like it when you all press the like button, the thumbs button. It doesn't take 2 minutes and it means a lot to me. Oh, God, Rosie, yeah, she's took a great big old... I think she's gone to Australia. For the first time, my phone's made a noise. Oh, I should just check nobody's sending me a message. Although it won't be my niece, she's down. It's her anniversary, so she's gone away with her husband. It's her wedding anniversary this weekend. So it won't be my niece, and it won't be Sue, I don't think. I did phone Sue before. No, it's just telling me I've got some YouTubes. That's all. Telling me I've got YouTube videos to watch. But I won't be watching them because I'm making one. And the cushion's fallen down, so it's uncomfy. Hang on. Oh, that's better. She's going to be in trouble when her daddy gets home. They've been trying to nurture this lawn. It's not my fault, though, because they left the conservatory door open. And when they left, they didn't tell me. And I didn't know the conservatory door was open. Thought the dogs were quiet. Goes to look where they are, and there's a dirty, great big hole in the middle of the lawn. Oh. Yeah, somebody has that money when they go bankrupt, don't they? Somebody, somewhere, has got money. You can't tell me it just evaporates, all the money that people have paid. That's what always gets me. I think somebody somewhere knows something. Yeah, Crochet Magazine's quitting, yeah. I got one. I've got a refund because I just sent for I just sent subscription off about a couple of months back. Well, Interweave Crochet went, didn't it, as well? It's got me now left in a bit. Some of the ones I was laughing at. I watched Tracy Crochet Rocks, and that Bella Coco, it was saying, "This is a stash buster," and it was a little narrow headband. And Tracy said, "Yeah, that'll bust a lot of stash, won't it?" I told him I don't want Crochet World Jill because it's all doilies and mats and stuff. I only do garments. No, it tickled me when she said Bella Coco's stash buster. I mean, it wouldn't even stash bust 50 grams a headband. I mean, a stash buster is like a blanket or something, isn't it, really, Not a headband. You paid for both? No, I only paid. I've got a refund back. They refunded me. I told them I didn't want Crochet World. It's all twitty little bits, isn't it? Oh, Bella Coco gets on my nerves. I'm sorry, but she does. With her new designs that everybody's seen many, many times before. It's old hat. All she ever does is she does them all in pale colours. She's in every magazine. Every time you turn around, Bella Coco this, Bella Coco that. It's like they can't find any other designers. There's loads of great designers. Why don't they ever pick any of them? Why do we always have to do the same old ones? It's the same in crochet magazines. If you look at the names of these um, crochet artists, they keep appearing over and over and over. I used to watch Bag a Day. I don't know why I stopped. I don't know. I used to watch Secret Yarnery as well, and I've sort of stopped watching her as well. Yeah, I mean, I'm not knocking Bella Coco, but she's in everything, isn't she? I mean, there's other designers. You know, why did they only ever pick her? Is it like she's the only one that's around or what? But her designs are not unique or anything. If you look at what she actually makes, there's nothing, there's nothing new under the sun, is there, with crochet? As my mother used to say, it's all old times with vinegar. You know, fashions come around and everything. You keep a pattern long enough, it comes right round again. You discovered a few new channels, yeah. I like channels that are not all about blankets. Hiya, Nelly. Oh, yeah, I've never had any of them boxes, you know. I think they're a lot of money. Not just hers, I'm not talking about hers. You know, all these people who send you subscription boxes every month. I've never subscribed to any of them. They all seem quite expensive to me. I'd rather choose my own wool, you know, if I'm going to have to pay that much out each month, you know, just for like a skein of hand wash, hand spun yarn or whatever. It's like that damn good yarn. It looks like a load of what? Not nothing much for your money, you know. You're going to be less available. Why? What are you doing? Ooh. Oh, your dad's moving. Oh, it'd be nice for him to be closer. Keep your eye on him then, can't you? You won't have to worry about him the same. Is he moving with you or near you? Yeah, that's the best place, really. I wish that I'd have had a place of my own, you know, near to these two, but on my own. I mean, I'm not knocking it, but I think I would have preferred it if I'd have had a place of my own, really. Oh, I know, Kaz. I mean, I'm not saying I haven't got some of the skeins of the hand dye, but it's my treat to myself every now and again. And to be quite honest, I very rarely use them. I just like pat them and look at them and say, oh, aren't they lovely? And I'm making a cardigan. Uh, that's the front. Um, yeah, I couldn't afford to make anything with them, and I don't do. Well, I've knitted socks in the past, not with the expensive hand dyed yarn, um, but I don't really wear them. Yeah. Now there is a pattern. There is a pattern. It's a one I got off Etsy. Obviously, you get a PDF, don't you? Can't find the picture. That's the one. It's a Serda 5942. I've made it a few times. Yeah, I've got about 2 or 3 scales of gorgeous hand-dyed yarn. But I just keep looking at it because I don't want to spoil it and use it for something rubbish, you know. Hi, Juanita. Juanita has prized herself away from her garden to say hello to us. Or is it that you have prized you away from your grandchildren? Has your garden gone into a wilderness again, Kaz? What happened to your friendly neighbourhood gardener? All right, Lulu, you're here and there, are you? You are lurking. You've had to pull your next door neighbour again. Why have they put rubbish in the garden again? I had the next door neighbour from hell, as you know, when I lived in Prestwich. We had shopping trolleys and all sorts in their back garden. Bits of old bike and all sorts. Oh, to ask him to do it for you. I thought he meant he'd got a lot of rubbish in his garden. And we're happy to have you here as well, Lulu, yeah. We're trying to keep our garden nice, but it's impossible with Rosie. Every time you try to get it decent, she digs a hole. He's got to go potty when he comes back from the festival. I hope he's in a good mood when he comes back, because he won't be when he sees the hole. His garden's immaculate. I wish ours was. We shall run the lottery and I can get the front sorted out. You're addicted to popcorners. What, they like Pop-Tarts or what? Chill. Popcorners. I know the feeling when people have lovely gardens. Yeah. The popcorn chips. Oh, right. I've never been a lover of popcorn. I like Butterkist, which used to be lovely, but now, of course, they've cut down on the butter and they've cut down on everything, and now they don't. They're flavourless now. They just don't taste of any. They have to do it, don't they? They have to mess about. They have to take the salt out. They have to take the this out. They have to take the that out. In other words, they take all the flipping flavour out. Kettle corn. No, tomorrow I'm going to a garden party. It's a housewarming round the corner from me. She's been here 12 months, but they've just got the bungalow sorted out now. So I'm going to a garden party. I've got to leave the dogs. Hope they're going to be good. They'll have to be shut up in the conservatory. I won't be able to stay long because I can't leave them on their own. I've got some posh frocks, I have indeed. I've got a nice garden party frock if the weather's nice, yeah. One more set of holes and then I'm up to the armholes. Yay! Yeah, I've got a pinky red, like a lined chiffon. Nice frock. Nice to be able to wear a dress. It's so flipping cold. I will take a jacket though, because I'm always cold. They tested my thyroid because I'm always freezing. That's why I had to put this on. I'm freezing again. The minute the sun goes in, I freeze. Don't know what there is. I can be on a holiday somewhere where it's really, really hot. And yet the minute that sun goes down, I have to put a jacket on. My ex-husband used to get really annoyed with me. But I can't help it if I go cold, if I go shivery. Did you take Christine with you to the beach? Oh, yeah. No, it's not Christine. You're going to go to a beach? Will you be wearing your bikini? Are you beach ready, Kaz? Oh, 83, that's lovely. That it's 16C here, whatever that is in English. If Chris was here, he would tell me what it was in Fahrenheit. 62. Thank you, Munchkin. No, they've tested my thyroid, they've tested everything. They don't know why I go shivery. I get waves of shivers that go up and down me. My God, it must be warm. Have you got a strappy top on? I had shorts on, but they were down to my knees today. Yeah, I did have my long shorts on, and I had a sort of a vest top. But I knew that I'd have to put something more substantial on tonight. Once the sun goes down, that's me done. No, I bought the shorts, was it last week or the week before? And I thought, I'm determined I'm going to wear these shorts. I won't wear them out. I only wear them in the garden. Although they are long shorts, they're down to my knees. They're not short shorts or anything like that. They're not those indecent shorts what the young ones wear. I remember years back there was a girl with short shorts on. She was laying on the top of the seawall with one leg up and one leg down. And I went, I'm going to tell her, Make her, she was saying, no, leave her. I said, she won't know, she'll be embarrassed. She didn't have any briefs on under these shorts. And as she put her leg up, you could see up the top, you could see everything she had. So I told her, and she was very embarrassed. Oh, I've never been in the sea here, and I don't think I ever will. It's very cold, the sea here, even on a hot day. I only go into the sea when I'm like in somewhere like Greece, where it's lovely and hot. I would not go into the sea here. The dog's going, but not me. I haven't even paddled in it. I haven't even been down there. You wore a turtleneck. I'm one of them that wears the jacket and everything. I'm still wearing my blinking thick winter anorak thing when it's going out. It's so cold. The wind from the sea is so flipping cold. If the wind would drop, it would be lovely here. But that wind, it nearly blows my scooter over. You can always tell the people who are local to Fleetwood because they're in tank tops and shorts. And there's me with my coat on. All right, good night, Kaz. What have you done with Chris? Chris is not on. What have you done with him? You got him in your back garden? You're going back to the bushes, Lulu. All right, then. Olga Poltava. Oh, right, yeah. I tend to only watch channels that make garments. I'm not one for people who make blankets and stuff. Shawls are not so bad. She does garments, does she? Yeah. I don't know why. I just don't like people who make blanket after blanket after blanket, you know. Oh, well, I'll tell him if he comes in, yeah. I don't know which is the wrong side and which is the right side here. I would imagine. It doesn't say wrong side, right side. Oh, yeah, it does. Right side. Oh, well, I can't finish with the wrong side because I didn't on the front. So I have to start mine differently. Right, let's look at my picture. Right, see home. You just started watching a lady named Frida. Not Frida Kahlo, is it? She's been long gone, hasn't she? I sold 2 lots of the wool I put on eBay. I'm surprised because honest to God, I put it on rock bottom prices. I'm surprised it wasn't snapped up, but maybe people are just not in the mood for buying. Oh, I've got an itch. It's that pools, that hot tub, chemicals in the hot tub. I should have put lotion on when I came out. I tend to only have time to watch a couple of things these days. I don't seem to have time to sit and watch YouTube after YouTube, yeah. When I lived on my own, I used to watch them, you know, and do my crochet while I watch YouTube after YouTube. But here, I always seem to be doing something else. Good, I suppose. That's good, isn't it? It's better than sitting on your own, isn't it? Staying in and sitting on your own. What on earth is Portuguese knitting? Not heard of that one, Portuguese knitting. I've heard of Tunisian. No, I maybe only have time to watch a couple of videos. And that's my lot, really. So you tend to watch the same old, don't you, really? Because they pop up on your feed. Because you watch them all the time, they pop up on your feed. And then other people that you maybe haven't watched for a while seem to get pushed into oblivion. You know, you don't get the notifications anymore because you haven't watched them for a little while. Every now and again, I go through my subscriptions, you know, and go down and all. I think, oh, I haven't seen that one for a while, and go. Then I find I've missed about 6 videos. Oh, goodness. Sounds complicated. Oh, made a bee of that. Don't know what happened there. Got it sorted now. I can't do continental. I can just about manage the continental knit, but I could never get that. The pearl seems a lot more complicated to me. You know, the Tunisian pearl stitch. Is it Tunisian? Continental, sorry, continental. You found it on Amazon, what the one I'm using now? I'm sorry, there might be some around. I know they have them on Etsy, but you probably just get the PDF on Etsy. Well, I was doing the left front, but I think it's going to have to turn into the right front. Because. Yeah. Slip stitch across the armhole. Well, no, I'm on the wrong side to do that. Let's look at the right front now. Shape neck and armholes. Pattern to the last 7 stitches. Yep, that's where I am. Trixie stopped snoring and just turned round as his pair of eyes looking at me. Oh, thank you, Lulu. Nice to see you anyway. Oh, Lydia, look on Etsy before you buy it. I'm sure it'll be cheaper on there. You know, you only get the PDF, but you know, at least you can print it out cheaper. I'm all for the cheapest option with patterns these days. Some of them are £10, some patterns. £10. You know, you're thinking, my God, they're not that clever. They're not that good of a pattern for be £10 worth. You can get a book, can't you, for about £16. You know, with about 50 patterns in. And yet some designers want you to pay £10 for one design, and I'm like, no. Not paying that. I mean, I've paid like £8 and stuff, and then for some reason or other, you never make the pattern. So that's like £8 worth of dead money, isn't it? I hope I can find that pattern I want to find. Otherwise, I'll be buying that on Etsy again. And then I'll find the one that I couldn't find. I'll buy it on Etsy and then I'll find it. Just watch. Shad's gone very quiet. Has he disappeared off fishing? Oh dear. Oh dear. What time is it? Oh, it's only just 11 o'clock. I've got another hour. Oh. I can see me doing another hour and a half. My eyes will have gone. Are you watching the birds, right? Thought you'd disappeared, Chad. Right, I've got to go to the last 7. Seven stitches, are a bit more to go yet. Oh heck. Gotta go again. Do you know, I do this and I say to you, right, I'm going because I'm tired, and then I get in bed and then I'm wide awake. Don't know how I manage it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 kinds of woodpeckers. I didn't know there was 4 kinds of woodpeckers. Teaching me something I didn't know, Shad. 2, 4, 6, 7. Right, turn around. Turn around, bright eyes. Right, now what am I going to do? Work 4 rows, decreasing 1 stitch at each end, as before. At each end, as before. Oh, you've only got to work 4 rows doing that, yeah. I've heard woodpeckers when I used to live in Prestwich in the Clough, but I never actually saw one. You'd hear it and would be like scouring the tree trying to find it. I never saw one. So I've got to do 4 rows now, decreasing at both ends. Do, 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 do. Oh, blimey. I'll be putting this down in a minute because my eyes are going. My eyes are going round. You know, when you want to crochet, you know you're going to go wrong because you're concentrating that hard, you know you're going to go wrong. I mean, it's the easiest pattern in the world, this, but I don't know where Rick's gone. He's not been on for 3 weeks now. I don't know whether he's gone off us or what's happened to him. I don't know. I don't know whether I know he goes on that Mrs. Peach's videos, but I don't know if he goes anywhere else. I don't know where he is. Trev, I rang him. Well, I didn't ring him. I sent him a message. Was it today or yesterday? But I've not heard back from him with Trev. But I've no way of getting in touch with Rick because I don't know whether he's on Facebook or what. You're going on an 11 hours flight. Oh, blimey. Rather you than me. I've been no good on a long haul flight. I get twitchy legs. I'd have to be getting up and walking about. I'd be driving the stewardesses mad because I'd be walking up and down when they were coming with the trolleys. I can't sit still with my legs. 11.5 hours. Oh, what do you do? Do you go to sleep or read a book or what do you do? I've been all good on a long haul flight. I can't even sit in the cinema. I get twitchy. My legs start twitching and itching and carrying on. I have to get up and walk about. I've been all good on a plane. You crochet and then you go to sleep. I'd be going to sleep all the time. Although I don't remember ever falling asleep on a plane, to be quite truthful. But I've only ever been on short, 4-hour flights has been the maximum I've done, I think. I crocheted all the way to Greece when I went to Skiathos. Crocheted a shawl on the way to, well, part of a shawl. But it was only a granny stitch shawl. Oh, your phone's dying. Okay. Oh, you put me on the TV. I've always wanted to be on the big screen. Me claim to fame. Oh, yes, I've been on the television. Oh, yes, of course I have. Actually, I have been on the TV. But it was a very obscure little channel that nobody hardly watched, so I don't think anybody ever saw. Although a few people did say they saw me. But I was very, I just froze. I didn't say anything. Luckily, the people I was with were quite chatty. I just like, I was like the rabbit in the headlights. I wasn't so natural. One of my friends was, she just, oh, you going, are you now? Okay, Jill. Bye now. No, the girl I was interviewed with, she was a little chatterbox. She didn't let all these. It's all these cameras. Oh, you're still listening, right? Okay. All these cameras all pointing at you really makes you freeze, honestly. And you couldn't ignore them. They're saying just ignore the cameras, just talk to the people. I'm like, I wouldn't be any good as a TV presenter. Wouldn't be any good on the telly. I mean, when I'm on here, it doesn't bother me that people are watching me because I don't think of it that way. But if I was in a TV studio and there was all lights and things pointing at me, yeah, I would really dry up then. Oh, I can't. Oh, I'm going to have to put this down in a minute. I can't keep doing it. I'll do the 4 rows and then I'll know where I'm up to. So I'm getting to the stage where I'm falling asleep. And I've got an email to answer as well before I go to bed. Although I might do it tomorrow. It felt so good to be in the there's vacancy on ITV. Yeah, I think so. I don't think I could work with Miss Willoughby either. Little Miss Fake Ray of Sunshine. My neighbour's quiet. Well, I'm detached, so mind you, next door. We've got some. How can I put it without being awful to them? They've got issues. There's 4 guys that live next door with carers that have got issues. Normally we don't hear a thing, but one of them must have gone off on a wobble today, and he just kept reciting things over and over and over again like a parrot. And I'm in the garden and I'm thinking, oh, I wish he'd shut up. Special needs, that's the one. Yeah. Normally we never hear a peep, not hear nothing. But I couldn't quite make out what he was saying. He kept saying a word over again. And he kept saying, I phoned you, no answer, no answer, no answer. And then he kept saying, this name, this name, this name, this name. And it went on for about half an hour, 3/4 of an hour. And I'm like, obviously, it's not his fault. He's obviously got like a sort of a tick thing or whatever you want to call it, like Tourette's or something. I don't know. I've never heard him do it before. I mean, after about, well, it's a good half hour, he did eventually stop. But it was just one word over again, all the time. And then he'd break it off and say, I phoned you, no answer, no answer. Um, but apart from that, we don't hear him at all. One of them sings sometimes. Sings to the radio. But by and large, I mean, we don't have any bother with. We are detached, so there's quite a distance between me and next door either way. So I can't say I ever hear him. You would never hear the TV or anything like that. And if the windows are closed, you can't hear anything at all. It's only summer because the windows were open and things, yeah. Oh, seagulls, God, they're so noisy. Some of them sound like babies crying, and then other times they sound like cats. Yeah, they sit on the roofs and they plunder the dustbins when we put them out, when it's bin day. They've learned how to open the bin lids and take things out. If you're not careful, they strew everything up and down the street. You have to make sure your lid's properly shut on your bin. They are noisy. Right, I'm on row 3 of 4. There's signs everywhere saying don't feed the seagulls, but they're cheeky. You could be walking down the seafront with something in your hand and they'll just come and take it. It's all right saying, please don't feed the seagulls. We don't need to. They thieve it out your hand. One nearly had me Cornish pasty the other day. Swooped down. It was only me going like that. Otherwise, he'd have had me pasty. And my hand, probably. Um, Not anything took out my hand, not yet, no. I've been pooped on a couple of times. Supposed to be lucky, but it doesn't feel lucky when it hits your head. Yeah, it's lucky if a seagull so they say, if it poops all over you, but it's not very nice when it poops down your head and all down your jacket, yeah. The seagull poop all over the cars and all over your windows, everything. Poop everywhere. And if they land on my shed roof when I'm in the shed, it's like boom, thump, 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 thump. And then you hear them walking across the roof going patter, 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 patter. They sound like elephants. They're very big, actually. They're really big birds when you get close to them. When you're on your holidays, you think, oh, isn't it lovely? It's lovely being woken up to the seagulls. And when you live here, you're like, flipping seagulls. Give it a rest. Oh, oh my goodness me. I can't stay awake tonight. I'm putting my crocheting down after the end of this row because I'm going to go wrong. I know I am. I can feel it in my waters. Well, I'm surprised no Chris. I know it's Memorial Day and he is a veteran. Maybe that's where he's gone. Maybe he's met up with some friends or something. Mm-hmm. I'm nearly at the end of my row now and I'm not doing any more. That's it now. Is that when you see them when they come in? Well, it can't be very stormy then because they're all around here at the minute. Oh, hello, Yolanda. Oh, right, I'm putting it down now. I've done that much of my front. My shoulder's starting to hurt and I'm falling asleep, so I'll put it away for now. I'll put it away. I love when you order things from Wool Warehouse and they give you these bags. Stops the dogs running round the garden with me knitting. The grocery, I should say. Yeah, little drawstring. All safely fastened away. All dog-proofed. Oh, I've gone chilly again. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, goodness gracious me, I won't be on that long tonight. I am so tired. I don't know what is wrong with me. I've only been on 2 hours and look at the eyes are going already. What is wrong with me? I know what's wrong with me. It was the dog trampling all over me all night, keeping me awake. Furry 2 feet, bloody heavy thing she is. She's a great thunking girl. If anybody's ever owned a French bulldog, they might look little, but they're flipping solid. They are solid when they stand on you. Oh, I can't do them diamond paintings. My fingers don't work. They'd be all over the floor if I did them. My sticky bits stuck everywhere. Oh, look at the eyes. Got my father's eyes. I do sometimes look like my mum. And it takes me by surprise sometimes. I catch sight of myself in the mirror and think, oh, Lucy. By and large, I'm more like my dad. Because me and my brother didn't look alike at all. My brother was like my mum. You would have never put me and my brother as being brother and sister, if you know what I mean. I mean, some people have got like a family trait, haven't they? What am I eating tomorrow for lunch? I'm going to a garden party. So it'll be nibbles, won't it, probably? Nibbles. I'll have a brunch tomorrow when I get up. I'll have bacon and egg when I get up. But it'll be like a brunch. I don't eat when I get up first thing. So I have a brunch and then I'm going to the garden party about 2:00. So by the time I've eaten all the nibbles and stuff at the garden party, I won't want any dinner. Yeah, it'll probably be sandwiches or sausage rolls or something like that. I would imagine it won't be anything, it'll only be like cold buffet, I would imagine. I don't know how many people are going there. I really don't know. No, she's invited some of her neighbours, yeah. Must be a glutton for punishment. Here we go again, trying this. I'll nibble a little bit. Well, it's a garden party stroke housewarming. It'll be a garden party if the weather's nice. Oh, yeah, hyacinth bouquets, candlelight supper. Well, it won't be anything, because, I don't really drink. I might have one glass if they've got anything. But I'm not really a drinker, so it won't be much drinking. I'll be the coffee and the soft drink lady. I don't have a slimline white telephone now. I can't be Hyacinth. And my sister doesn't have room for a pony. You don't have a sister? Yeah, it's about about 4 streets away. I've not been before. I'll have to Google it before I go. Yeah, the lady at the house speaking. Mrs. Bucket. Yeah, I'll take my scooter. I'll park it on the driveway. It's too far for me to walk it. Oh, the mailman, when he wouldn't put. She goes, in future, I do not want any second-class stamps. When she was arguing with the milkman, she said she wanted her own bottles back then. She could be quite certain they were properly cleaned. It's so hard, this crunchy thing. I'm crunching teeny little pieces, but it's so hard. I tried sucking it to soften it, but it's not softening. Elizabeth was best, wasn't she? Every time she Gave her a china. It's her best round Doulton. And Elizabeth was always, oh, all fingers and thumbs with his cups and saucers. I used to have a passion for wearing floral dresses at one time. And my son used to call me Mrs. McKay. She's still going strong, Patricia Radcliffe. She's about 90, I think, now. But him who played her husband, he's died. And her brother-in-law, Onslow, he's died. Her sister Daisy's still there. But then her other sisters died. It's like, how you being served? They're all died now. Probably a lot of Dad's army as well. I think there's only him that played Pike left alive. Yeah, the last of the summer wine's all gone. Yeah, they've all gone. Dad's army, apart from one. Yeah, they drained a lake or something, aren't they? See if they can find her. I wish they would find a body or something, then at least it'll be all over with. It's closure, isn't it? I have not heard any more in that Nicola Bully case, whatever she was. That woman who went missing not too far from here. And then she turned up 3 weeks later. So I don't know what's happening with that Nicola Bully. I don't know whether there's been an inquest or what. Nicola Bully, they found her dead 3 weeks later in the river that they reckoned that they'd searched, dredged. They found her up about half a mile or a mile up the river in the reeds, yeah. Well, they don't seem to have enough evidence to charge anybody, do they? Probably one of them unsolved mysteries that we'll not find out anything for years. Yeah, they botched it all. They didn't take pictures at the scene. They didn't rope everything off. People were trampling all over the crime scene. So they're not going to find anything. Any fingerprints, footprints, God knows what prints, all got cancelled out by the police trampling all over everywhere. It isn't like that in the movies. In the movies, they would have found out by now. But this isn't the movies, is it? There's been so many stabbings and murders and God knows what round here lately. Every time I have Manchester Evening News online, and every time I look at it, it's somebody's been run over. Oh, they found somebody on fire. Where's the good news these days? Where is it? Where is it? The only bit of good news there was a little kid who was born without an arm. His arm stopped there, and he kept asking for a new arm and all that. So his mum actually, or somebody, started a GoFundMe page. And then one chap stepped forward, a businessman or whatever, and paid for his whole arm. So he's getting a bionic arm now. I thought, well, that's a bit good news. You know, you do hear sometimes good news, don't you? But not very often, sadly. It's all the opposite, you know. Woman goes to doctor or hospital with blurred eyesight, finds she's got a brain tumour, you know. It's all kind of news like that these days. It's not much better here, honestly, Lizzie. I mean, running up and down Fleetwood town centre with bats, hitting at people with baseball bats. Middle of the day. You know, what's going on? In the Manchester Evening News, if you ever see that, it's all stabbings and hit and runs and arson and God. It's everywhere, Mally. I mean, our coppers, our policemen don't carry guns as a rule, unless it's an armed siege situation. But there's still all kinds of things happen. You know, it's either rape, murder, arson, people being killed by dangerous drivers. There was one on the motorway a couple of weeks ago. She was pregnant. They killed her and obviously her unborn baby, and two of her sons are still in intensive care. That was some bloke drove right in the back of him on the hard shoulder. Oh, it's like, where would you move to in this world? Where can you say there's no crime? No, just careless driving. He just going up the motorway too fast, lost control, and went straight into the back of this. She was on the hard shoulder with her kiddies. She had 3 kiddies in the car with her, and she was pregnant. They weren't all her kiddies. But it's like, where do you go? Where in the world does it not there's not something horrible happening? I don't know what's happening to the world. Oh, look at that. Look how much younger I would look if I could have those lifted. Ooh. I wouldn't though. Too scaredy cat. Yeah, I think I'll just sit here going like that. And then look how young I look. If you ignore the eyes. I belong in Hollywood, Hollywood, Hollywood. I could do it. Oh no, can't have cat eyes as well, can I? No. Oh, excuse me. Well, the guy across the road had his house up for sale. It was expensive though. It's lovely, beautiful inside, but quite expensive. But he's pulled the. It's not on the market anymore. He's pulled it off the market. Yeah, get a skin tape. Can you imagine me? You'd see bits of tape, wouldn't you? I'd have to alter my hairstyle, wouldn't I, so the hair came forward. I should be like the old-fashioned movie stars where they used to have, is it chains under their chin to hold their chins up, didn't they? You had a bit of skin tape, yeah. Knowing my lot, one half had come down, so I'd have one half that was like that and the other half that was wrinkly. Oh, grow old gracefully. I do like messing about though sometimes, you know, like pulling my face which way and that way. Saying, oh, wouldn't I look younger if this happened and that happened? But I am far too much of a wimp. If I ever had the money, I'm still too much of a wimp to have anything done. Oh, I'm too scared for a facelift, no matter how much money I have. I had my nose operated on, not for vanity, as you can see. I had it operated on purely because it had been broken at the top there, and it was deviated over, and I couldn't breathe. And I thought anybody who has their nose done for vanity, well, it was horrendous having it done. Yeah, I wish Camilla would have a bit of Botox. A little bit old and wrinkly, isn't she? I'm sure she could have a little mini facelift. I'm not being horrible to her, but get her wrinkles filled up a bit. But oh, I breathed in at the wrong time. I could understand something like Camilla having a bit of a facelift or a bit of a Botox, because she's in the public eye, isn't she, all the time? But by and large, I wouldn't want to do anything. I'm too scared. No, I don't think she has a channel, Nelly. I think she's on Facebook, but my mum didn't have many wrinkles. I'm not doing too bad. I haven't got like crow's feet. I haven't got, I've not had to Botox on me. I can still move my forehead about. I've got no wrinkles. I've got bags under the eyes, and I've got the laughter lines. It's these I don't like. It makes me look as though I'm cross. You know those? It makes me look bad-tempered. But I've always been careful with my skin. I've always moisturised it and made sure I cleanse it properly, take my makeup off and stuff like that. So you only can do what you can do. It's nature when it's all said and done. It's your genes, isn't it? Your genetics. My grandma, she was in her 90s and she had fantastic skin, So maybe I've got lucky genes. Maybe that's why I'm not too wrinkly. Plus the fact I always make sure when I used to drive, I always wore the tinted glasses so that I wouldn't ever have to squint, I always think, don't do that, don't squint. My niece, I used to tell her that when she was in her 20s or 30s, I used to put your sunglasses on. Don't, you're squinting, you're frowning. And she's got beautiful skin, and she keeps saying, every time I start driving, I put my glasses on. Auntie Jan says, don't let your wrinkles, don't squint, yeah. Might they say that? I have to say I've not seen a dead body. I really have not seen anybody who's dead. But people who have been to see them say that they look so much younger, that all the subtle wrinkles disappear from their faces. But I've never been. And I won't put the sun on my face. Not deliberately. I don't go like that. I don't deliberately. When I was younger and I used to have a bit of a suntan, I used to put, it wasn't fake tan. It was one of those moisturizers that went darker the more you used it, if you know what I mean. It was like a gentle tanning. But it wasn't like fake tan or anything. It just was a moisturiser with like a bit of a tannin in it. And it just used to merge my face in with the rest of my body kind of thing. So I looked as though I'd been in the sun. But I never, I don't sit with my face in the sun. I don't want wrinkles and crinkles. I have a friend who's the same age as me, and for the last 20 years, she's looked like an old prune because she was a sunbed queen. I used to say to her, don't keep going. She used to go 2 and 3 times a week on the sunbeds. She's got a face like old boot leather now. She might be my age, but she looks as though she's 100 or something. I think spray tan is the way to go. If you're going to do that, just get a spray tan. Doesn't do you any harm. What about people who take those tablets that are meant to turn your skin tanned? I mean, it must do something to your insides. You can't take things like that and go tanned, can you? I know, can remember taking some medication when I was in my 30s. I don't know what it was. And we went to Portugal, and I came back as brown as a berry. And I've never, ever tanned like that before. I've always had to be careful. I just didn't burn, you know. And I can't remember what medication I was on. But when I came back, everybody's going, why aren't you brown? Yeah. Oh, you mean orange face? Idiot. I look natural. I normally look like a tangerine. Yeah. That is so fake. That is untrue. No, mine just gently tanned. If it wasn't a tan, it's like a sort of it just gently made your skin a bit darker. It didn't wash off or anything. But I used to, because I'd get the rest of my body a little bit brown, not brown, but a little bit brown. But my face was always like a sheet, white as a sheet. And you don't always want to wear makeup, do you? There's a freeze. I'm moving now. Am I moving again? Am I moving again? Am I moving? Moving on up, moving on down. Rickland's still snorting and snooting. Sound like a little pig. Well, I bet my son's he's deaf anyway. My son has gone deaf. Probably all the loud music he's played over the years. But they've gone to a rock concert, so I bet the music is deafening. Oh, you're back now. Am I not frozen anymore? I'm so glad if I'm not frozen anymore. I can freeze for you. That just worried everybody. I have to laugh because YouTube usually chooses my thumbnails for me. I'm not one that faffs about with me, you know, doing my own thumbnails and that. And they always pick a really horrible picture of me. I'm sure they do it on purpose, where I'm going, something like that, yeah. You boys have got a band banging away in the basement. Oh, can't you soundproof it? Put some polystyrene on the walls. At least soundproof the ceiling. My walls between me and my semi-detached next door were soundproofed. My ex-husband did it. And I know for a fact that the people who've moved in the house will probably take it all out because they won't realise how noisy it can be next door. No, we had a guy next door that lived next to us that used to play the cornet, you know, like a trumpet cornet, about 2 or 3 in the morning when he was drunk. And they used to have rows and rows. They divorced twice and got married twice, would you believe? So we put this this sort of cladding, you know, so that it's good if you don't live next door to us, Lydia. Rosie is a barker. She's been to 3 puppy classes and a dog behaviouralist, and she still barks like a maniac. Yeah, it's sad, but she was 83, wasn't she? And she wasn't very well, I believe. She'd had, is it liver or kidney cancer or something? And her husband gave her a donator a kidney or something. Yeah. Oh, but Rosie barks at something. She's just annoying that she barks and barks, and it takes you ages to get her to stop. We do try. We don't just let her bark indiscriminately. We're like, no, Rosie, be a good girl. But Rosie's got like a hair trigger, you know, she can hear things miles away. What time is? Oh, I'm going to be. I used to say I wanted a telegram from the Queen, but now it'll be a telegram from the King, whichever one it happens to be. Well, I'm not that far off 80, you know, I'm 77. So, getting closer to the 80. My mum was not quite 90. My dad was in his 80s. Both of my grandmas were in their 80s. I mean, late 80s. My granddads, no, they died quite young, but I'm not thinking about it. I don't think too much about the future. I just go day to day. I'm sort of like looking forward in the fact I want to go away, but only for a few days, you know, in this country. Um, but I just don't say I am going to live till I think you never know, do you? You don't know what's around the corner. It's best to just live each day. Just live each day and just hope for the best. That's what I do. Don't make any long-term plans, you know. Don't make any plans what I'm going to do in 3 or 4 years' time. You know, don't do that. No. I'm just thinking as far as summer. My daughter-in-law fetched me a brochure, you know, with the coach trips in this country. But they didn't start till August, September, so I was hoping to go before then. And they were all a bit dear. Some of them had £120 um, single supplement added to it. And I'm like, no, 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 no. Well, he hasn't had it, had he? It tickles me, these women in their late 50s and 60s who have babies with, you know, like surrogate eggs or something, you know. They have IVF, but it's not their eggs, you know. And I'm like, yeah, like a bus tour. You don't go round every day to a different place. You tend to get taken to a hotel somewhere. And then there may be trips out, you know, with the coach if you wanted to book them. But it's just about a 3 or 4 day holiday. So I'm not paying £120 extra for a single supplement that can so and so right off. Yeah, a friend at Knit Club. She's in her 80s. Her and her husband go on these. About 4 or 5 days they go. Oh, I'd love to do train. Like Michael Portillo does the train journeys and that. I'd love to do that, but it's walking from one train to the other and that I couldn't do that. And I still want to go and see Sue. You don't mind so much, Lydia, if you get the double room. But sometimes they put you in the tiniest little squashy up room that they can find. You know, you don't get the double room that you're paying for. Sometimes you're in a glorified cupboard. You think, I've paid a single supplement for this. I've only got a single bed. Excuse me, you know, where's my bed? You get the scruffy room without the view. I would like to go on a cruise. Never will, but that's my bucket list. That's my bucket list, is a cruise. A nice Mediterranean or Caribbean cruise. That will never happen because I'll never have the money. But we've all got to dream, haven't we? You've all got to have something on your bucket list that you'd love to do. Let me see if I've won the lottery. No. They've not sent me an email. There's no email saying I've won the lottery. Yeah, I'd like to go on a cruise, but you know, in a stateroom. I don't want to be in one of them horrible cabins without a window down below. You've only got a little porthole, you know. I want a stateroom, you know. You can sit on the balcony and watch. The ones they give Jane McDonald, you know. My mother always wanted to go and cruise the fjords and that, and I'm like, oh no, if I'm going anywhere, I want it to be warm. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, what time is? Oh, it's midnight. It's Cinderella time. It's time for me to go to Bobo's. And we didn't get Chris tonight. I hope he's all right. It probably is. It's probably Memorial Day. He's probably gone to meet with some friends or something. Yeah. Yeah, a friend of mine's just been. Her and her husband and her sister. And when they got there was a triples room. Luckily, her sister gets on well with this woman's husband, so they had like a bed each kind of thing. They were like 3 separate beds. It's a bit awkward, isn't it? Sharing your room with somebody's husband, yeah. Right, Jill, thank you. Anyway, thank you everybody that's been with me tonight. Hope you've enjoyed it. And I'll let you know about my gardening party. I can't film while I'm there, but I'll let you know. Okie dokie. Bye for now.